What is going on, everybody? It's your boy SoFly Trades here, back with another weekly watch list, and it feels good to be back. I just had to say that it feels good to be back. I was out last week. I had to take care of some business because I'm trying to get back into school. Since I'm a military veteran, I get to go to school for free, and basically, I want to go to school for business administration management, so I can get um, a degree in that, so I can basically be a certified financial analyst. Basically, studying this in college for free and getting paid to do so. So I was just taking care of some things that I needed to take care of for school to get back into school. And tomorrow I still have things to handle, but then Tuesday and the rest of the week I'll be back fully. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for tuning in today. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So right now I have SPY up here, and we reached this 420 whole psych number. And as we can see here, we started to reject this 420. And let's just look to see what happened in the past when we got to 420. Okay, we got the 420 in the past here, and we rejected. Touch 420 a little bit above and still rejected. So it looks like, you know, it looks like every time we get in this 420 or near it, we reject it. So let's just move down to our daily time frame. And yeah, as you can see here, we had increasing volume on the push up and then a rejection with a big increase in selling volume. But you can tell buyers were still here trying to prop this up. They didn't want it to drop too fast. I actually seen that last week. Could tell buyers didn't want it to drop too fast. But long story short, since I know we are now rejecting this 42017 area, and since we are technically on this uptrend in this, little daily, what I'd be looking for, or basically to validate that this uptrend is strong, I would like to see this pull back to 415.16, and maybe reject off of it 414 and back to the upside to 420, because we've been in a little range. We broke out of it, but I'd expect to see some kind of pullback here. That being said, I did put a swing trade in for Wednesday, about 5 contracts, about $500, and with the potential of making max $212,000. So I put a swing trade in for Wednesday. I know we have FOMC for Wednesday, so I'm really looking forward to my first swing trade to see how that goes. And I'm risking the whole 500, but I'm not too worried about risking 500. Number one, because I know I'm stacking probabilities. Number one, I know that when we come up to this 420, every time in the past we've rejected it. I see this high increase in selling volume, so sellers might step in more this upcoming week. And Wednesday we have FOMC. So the market could potentially drop a little bit, a good amount on Wednesday. So I'm just stacking probabilities, and it's all about your risk management. I'm not $500 isn't going to kill the bank for me. So I'm happy to risk $500 with the chance of making $212,000. I'm not even expecting to make that much money, but if there's a possibility, and I like to stack my probabilities. But yeah, that being said, for some day trades next week, let's move down to my hourly time frame. Up top here, I have supply, and down bottom, I have a little demand, and also have this 420 key level. As you can see, we rejected. You can see buyers trying to prop it up slightly, but it looks like, give me 1 second here. Let me go to the top. Yeah, buyers are trying to prop that up with this. It's kind of descending and ascending at the same time. But yeah, I really expect us, even if we do push up, to reject more off the 420. It'll probably bounce around until FOMC. We might be a little choppy until then. But yeah, we're in this good area to touch 415. It's not really, too far off, and it's very likely that we can come up here for a pullback to continue to the upside. Now if we break below and retest and keep going below, then the trend is flipped. But other than that, next week I'll be looking for calls down here at 415 somewhere, and rejects up in this supply of 420. Yeah, I want to wait for my bigger levels to hit. I don't like trading much intraday chop, especially if we're not at my levels, because buyers and sellers usually come in at my key levels, and I like to wait till we get up there to really see some movement. And in my experience, when I trade in the middle, things all just go against me. That's not my style, trading in the middle. I'll have to wait till my key levels hit. So I'll be looking at rejects at 420, this supply area, this 419 to 420, and calls down here at 415. Let's go on to Aapl. Let's see what Aapl has for us. But yeah, another thing I want to note, you see the increase in selling volume over here. Even though buyers were here to support it, but then aftermarket, sellers did actually take over. So yeah, it looks like sellers are coming back in slowly. But let's go to Aapl. Let's go to our daily time frame. Yep. We had a reject here of this 176 major key level. Let's go to the weekly. We are still in this uptrend on our weekly time frame. So I will be looking for calls for Aapl. As you can see, every time we've reached 176, we've rejected it relatively back to the downside. So I think if sellers present themselves, I'll be looking for puts. As you can see, some sellers started coming in on this decreasing. It says they're buyers right here. But this is a big red candlestick. So this is an anomaly, because it says it's buyers. It says this is buying volume on a bearish candlestick. So that's telling me sellers are really here. A little bit of hiding with sellers, but it's fine because price action and volume is what you want to read. Let's move down to our hourly time frame, a little smaller macro. Matter of fact, let's go to our 4-hour. So yeah, you see this big rejection of this 176. So basically what I'll be looking for is maybe calls down here at 174, since this was resistance now turned into support. Let's move down to our hourly time frame. Yeah, I'll be looking for calls at 174 to take back at least until prior day close. That would be, my first target. And then my next target would be 176, but I'd be careful because, Aapl tends to only move like $1.50 or $1 per trading day. So, I wouldn't be looking for no home runs. I'd close most of my position at my first price target and probably leave a runner, if things are still going in my favor. But again, I'll be looking for rejections at this 176.48 area. But yeah, let's look to see. We have increase in selling volume here, but on smaller candlesticks. But that's because it's just aftermarket, so once market opens again, they might present themselves again. But yeah, so that's basically what I'll be looking for next week. We definitely have a nice move that'll be incoming next week with FOMC. That's on Wednesday. But yeah, without further ado, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. I really appreciate it. That would help me out a ton. But yeah, make sure you comment below, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.